What's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P. Season 6 OG is here, and with it, tons of new developments with the storyline. Sadly, they didn't upload a trailer for this season for some reason, but they've dropped absolute bombshells in-game. Make sure to stick around all the way until the end of this one. As always, leave your thoughts and theories in the comment section below, and join the Dr. P Discord to always stay locked into the conversation, as well as for a chance to be featured in an upcoming video. Season 6 OG, Darkness Rises, is well underway, and the cube is indeed now purple again. The floating island has risen and is now actively returning to rune sites. Just a couple hours ago, it activated the first rune, and there is a purple beam there. Speaking of rune sites, all of the other rune sites that the island has not yet reached have reverted back to purple too. People were pretty quick to notice that if you go inside of the Loot Lake house that is on that floating island and you go in the basement and look underneath, of course there are a bunch of different cube growths there, but there is one in particular that is red. Of course, that is new and is definitely a pretty important piece to this whole puzzle. Corruption dropped this theory in the Discord saying Kevin turning back to Revin? After Kevin went to harness the energy of the rune, a piece of Revin appeared inside Loot Island. This could be because Revin made those runes, and so Kevin is really absorbing Revin's rune/power, making the inside of the island turn into Revin. I could see that happening, and then I could see the Revin inside of the basement there kind of just spreading like an infection to the whole island and then remaking the cube red. According to leaks, it is very likely to be red again. As you can see, this image is a direct image of what would be the mini-map. It's got some purple hints in there, so maybe that's hinting towards a gradual change. Shadow stones are indeed back with Season 6 OG, but this time they are not purple. They are red. And no, they do not turn you into a ghost anymore. And technically, they're not actually shadow stones this time, but they are called havoc stones. And they give you the nitro effect, which speeds you up a bunch and of course makes it really easy to knock down any wall. You can find havoc stones at the different rune sites, and something else you can find there are these different red rift oddities. These are red rifts in the making, and you can find 3 of them at each rune site. We don't know exactly what they're supposed to be used for as of now, but they're pretty suspicious. As you can see, although the cube itself is turned back to purple, there is still plenty of red to go around. And I am positive this is going to have massive storyline impacts. Usually in the past, when we've seen these red rift oddities, it's a sign that there is something that's about to be rifted there. If that's the case and that holds true, we'll find out soon what it is. This post from Restro really made me think a little bit, so I had to share with you guys. He says a lot of us have overlooked the fact that the cube in OG is the actual Kevin the Cube, despite reading the words on the blog post. It was right in our face all along, and it explains why the cube is back to purple now too. He then continues saying the reason why the cube spawned in as red is because the red energy from the red sideways rift transferred into it, and now it seems that the red energy has transferred once again when Kevin melted, this time below the island. Let's talk about that blog post he mentioned. I remembered reading that at the time and thinking something might be up here. They specifically stated as Chapter 1 Season 5 progresses, the glowing cube, keyword glowing, that everyone knows and loves, colloquially called Kevin, will appear near Paradise Palms. So number 1, they avoided showing any pictures of the cube to make you know it was going to be red. They avoided saying the color there in the blog post by saying glowing instead of purple, and most importantly, they basically said the cube called Kevin will appear. It sure sounds like from Fortnite's perspective that cube is Kevin the Cube himself, and the whole point of him being red was because the red sideways rift transferred the energy into it. It's worth pointing out though that right when the red cube came out and tons of people were fighting over what the name was, is it Daniel, is it Revin, is it whatever, Fortnite settled that debate by adding an emoji in their official Discord which they labeled Revin, which is kind of weird to me because that's kind of a direct contradiction on their own part, but for all I know, that Revin emoji could have just been something fun and chill and just funny for the community, and maybe isn't that deep. Do you remember this post from late August? Right when the cube spawned, Fortnite tweeted, "The red cube you all know and love is back." I remember talking about this in a video, wondering what the heck they were talking about, but looking back at the blog with them calling the cube Kevin, and them acting like we've seen this cube plenty of times before, is definitely adding on to the the case that this cube right here is actually Kevin. The main questline character for this OG season is Dyer. Personally, I thought Calamity might have been a better choice, but nonetheless, there's some important things to discuss with Dyer. Towards the end of the season battle pass, you can unlock Warwolf Dyer, whose description is Howl into the unknown, with a capital U, a specific unknown. Ever since OG Season 4, when the story really ramped back up with the Visitor and the Meteor and the Rocket, the main season skin for the story has had the word unknown in the description, and that's 2 in a row now, 2 consecutive seasons where it's been a capital U. Needless to say, that adds even more onto the mystery, and I can't wait to see the description of the next main character in Chapter 7. There's a specific quest dialogue that I find to be pretty interesting from Warwolf Dyer, and he says, "Honor the red moon." But the moon is now back to normal, and speaking of that, all of those other wolf and moon teasers, yeah, everything's been reverted. I really wonder what this line might mean. Is the moon going to turn back to red? Maybe the moon and the cube can be twins. Now, like I said earlier, there is no official trailer for this season, which I find to be incredibly disappointing, but Epic did just post the first real promo piece of the season on Instagram, teasing the return of the cube monsters. I wonder what color they're gonna be. You could really make the case for purple or red, and in some ways you could make the case for a different color. And they're already teasing the butterfly event, of course, happening later this season, so there's just lots of big things coming up. Of course, be sure to drop your theories and thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to go through them and read them. Drop a like on the video, and if this is your first time, subscribe to the channel to not miss out on future content. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.